Hello, darling.
Do you remember my son-in-law, Mark? He's been to a couple of the family things, but...
Yeah. Here, I got a handful. How you doing, Mark? Shirley, say hello.
Hello!
That's enough.
Gee, I was just getting started. How'd you sleep last night? I didn't sleep last night.
And that is number one lady, Jenny Stringer, and her daughter. There's Dave and Dan and the lady.
David, is it projected? I hadn't looked it up yet.
I have never he was at their family.
There's Shirley. And this is Kathy and her husband.
Okay.
I've forgotten his name.
So, Doris, where are you sitting?
Nancy, that's Dan's wife. And here is a guy slept in his house last night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that would be a why don't you try it?
Let's turn them off this first. Let's do two things. Let's move this guy a little further forward.
You and Barty, Bud and Doris, and Holly and Dan and Dave and their families.
It's a lot to spread around, isn't it?
This is Dave's daughter, Gail.
Yeah, that's good.
Bess behind the flowers. Barty.
Yeah, we got something.
Shirley.
Did you see your
Ruth.
The center of the table.
Middle, center.
There's Helen Joyce, spelled H-E-L-E-N. And that's Steve. Here's Stan. He just got in the picture. This is Kathy, Steve Stringer's wife. And here's Mama.
Are you doing me?
This is Georgina. That's good grief.
Oh, you don't need to. It's fine.
John Stringer. John Stringer's wife. I have a lot of fun with names.
Harry, he's trying to sneak in the door.
No, I'm 7.
Steve, I'm Stan's son.
There's Stan.
Yeah, he's trying to sneak in the door right now.
He doesn't want anybody to see her.
You're going to have to put voice over this. I don't know who the hell about half of these people are. How you doing? There's Bob Stringer. And let's see, that's his, right behind Dave is his wife, Mary Lou. That's Mary Lou. And here's Mary Lou. is, but he's got a kid with him. And there's some more of either friends or family. I don't know who they are. I think they're next door neighbors. Who's this?
Right before Doris was home. Doris is going to go out to Doris with friends. They're going to make pictures with friends.
Nelson.
How are you? Thank you. No, that's my daughter.
And that's a neighbor, I think. And there is my daughter, Susan, with Shirley's daughter, Kathy. And there's Kathy's husband, Mike. You just kind of have to pick your way through this group. They won't get far enough away so you can get individual shots. And Raina. Oh, how are you been? I'm trying to get everybody I can find. She went right on by like she was. And then there's Mr. and Mrs. Wilkett, Jim and Marcia. And I just hope this is going to be recorded. Well, there's plenty for this thing. Yeah. You can have half this much and it still take real well.
Flowers?
She's such a clever one. Wait till I tell her that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Doris. Happy birthday to you.
Is that you?
That's Shirley. And there's Steve and his wife. Steve's friend and his wife. And Helen Joy. Oh, I didn't get Stan. Here's Stanley. Stan Stringer. He's my old boss. I'm not sure of those people over there. Bob's wife, Mary Lou. The two girls I don't know. Dan, David, and what they're up to, you can hardly tell. There's Jack, John.
Well, we have, straight from Las Vegas, the Andrews sisters. Cheryl, Dor, and Ruth come up here and do a number for us. They actually auditioned in Hollywood for this part and came in second, costly second. But come on, girls, let's do it. You've been rehearsing. Come on.
No, we have not rehearsed this, and this is a surprise to Doris.
I've got to explain the shoes I'm wearing because Dor and I've had this height thing going on. You know who's the tallest in the family? Should there be any doubt?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, I gotta walk carefully. I'll lose an ankle. I don't even have my form. It's good looking down on you. Okay. I was the only 6'3" guy in town that could look his sister right in the eyeball. Okay, girls, do you need the microphone?
No, we don't.
You need the microphone? You need the microphone. I mean, your voice projection is what it once was. All right, one. Good. From the top. From the top. From the top.
Goody, goody. Don't get someone, and now you know how it feels. Goody, goody. So you gave him your heart too, just as I gave mine to you. And you tore it in little pieces. Now how do you do? So you lie awake, just singing the blues all night. Goody, goody, and you think that love's a barrel of dynamite. Well, hooray and hallelujah, you had it coming to you. A goody, goody for her. Goody, goody. And I hope you're satisfied, you rascal, you. That's it.
I just have to say that that was a number that we used to do under the street lights at night about as soon as it got dark.
Yeah.
Many years ago.
And we used to put on these amateur shows. We didn't have television then.
Louder, Doris.
And we didn't have a lot of entertainment then. So we made up our own under the street light. And that was one of our numbers.
Yeah.
We were about 8, 9 years old.
We'll get into that.
You know what I left out in the car?
Yeah.
Is her stories.
They told me they're going to one number that you got to catch a plane to Las Vegas. What's that? Oh, Jack has an interloping of me.
All the folks on number.
Yeah. Hi, folks.
Hi.
Wonderful to see all you here. It's just a wonderful demonstration of love. I've got to add to Doris's tale. I've got to add a little scandal to it. The girls, the three that you saw up here, also put on a beautiful burlesque show. Yeah. All the fellas, all the boys, about 9 or 10, were sitting out there on benches under the pepper tree. And they put up a curtain of some sort that we really couldn't see, but we saw the bodies moving back there. And boy, we were really turned on. I just had to tell you.
I don't remember.
I think he's got us confused.
Yes, I think so.
I think it's
What he didn't tell you was that Dan and I were 4 and 5, and we were standing between the legs of the big brothers, and our eyes were that big around. But it was a poetic performance because the curtain was one of Dad's paint stained drop cloths.
In color.
I think it'd be appropriate this time before we get into it to have Stan come up. Stan, it's your turn. And maybe we'll get the girls to do a number while Stan's coming up.
Oh, no.
No, just kidding.
We only rehearsed one.
But Helen wrote a beautiful little poem back in 1968 to Doris, and he's going to do it.
You wrote a poem in 1968.
Helen did.
Helen.
And I mean, so you keep your eyes dry. This is a joyous occasion.
Well, personally, you could get very emotional here today.
But we will.
I'm going to try to control mine. I've been getting a few tears now and then. And I noticed Bud was crying for Happy a little while ago. And we consoled each other. But crying for Happy is great.
Yeah.
Now I have this little poem that Shirley sent to me. Our dear sister Shirley. And this was sent to Doris a few years back. And I'm going to start. And on through the years, my pride in you grows. Where it will stop, goodness, who knows? So now on your day, I sincerely say, just be yourself. We love you that way. Lovingly, your big sister, Helen. March 1st, 1968. I think that's very nice. This is really a wonderful piece of history for the Stringer family.
And Stan, you read it without any glasses.
Without any tears, too.
One has to be nimble on these.
Yes.
The truth is, that Stan wrote it.
Dave, have you tried running in
But
those?
I do think we might have a moment of silence for those that aren't with us, for whatever reason. And Jack's got something to say. Into Helen's character from someone who's very close to her, and we'll let Jack read that letter and start kicking this thing off and get a little joviality into this crowd. So, Jack, if you can come back up on the scheduled time this time.
If I can make it up there to the platform, you mean, feller? Huh? Is that what you mean? Okay.
Oh, Mike.
Here.
The mic is very important. Can you hear me in the rear? Can you hear me on the right? Can you hear me on the left? Can you hear me on the firing line? That's wrong.
Ruth, lean back.
There we go. Okay, now this is really precious. Being Valentine's Day still, for me at least. It is a letter from Doris's husband, Bud, to her to be put in an album of this memory, and it's my privilege to read it. One of the 1,000 reasons I love Doris is that she has a fantastic sense of humor. She has the ability to reply to any statement quickly, funny, and original. And she never forgets a punchline. And for that, I hate her. One time, many years ago, we rented an adobe cabin as a getaway retreat out in the Mojave Desert near Edwards Air Force Test Base. It was hot in the summer, cold in the winter, but livable. Our oven and hot water heater operated on butane gas. 2 tanks. When one went dry, you could manually switch valves to the other tank. The serviceman came out one day to replace the empty tank and was talking to Doris at the front door, who was telling him how or why it ran out. During his explanation, he asked, "Are you getting any bubbles?" Her answer was, "I don't think it's any of your business. And my name isn't Bubbles." How could I ever quit loving anyone that could come up with a statement like that? Signed, Bud.
In reading all the letters that came in, there was a common thread that was woven through them, and that was Doris's thoughtfulness. And Bert couldn't be here today, but we do have a tape from him, and my electrician's coming up. Yes, right. Don't ever let him work on your mouth. Okay, we got to use the microphone because Bert had a very lengthy tape, but there's a very relevant passage in here that ought to be said. Thanks, Jeff.
I don't like to play favorites, but if there were to be one, Doris would be at the top of the list. Doris, you have always been a very caring person and one that is willing to give of herself to others. I wish you many more happy milestones and healthy ones. And I want to say that I love you as a brother can love a sister. And hope we see each other again very soon. The thought just occurred to me. Who's going to do the testimonial for the last of us?
I'll come back.
Who's going to do what?
You'll come back.
I'll come back for that one and do it.
Who's going to do the testimonial for the last of us?
Oh, good. Bert wasn't satisfied with the tape. We have another message.
Yeah, I spoke to Bert last night. He called me and he said, "I want you to tell everybody that my heart's here with all of you and that he loves Doris very much. And he just couldn't be here."
Hey, Big Dave,
Yes, Coach.
Valentine's Day was Bert's birthday.
Yes.
Could we all sing happy birthday to Bert?
On the
Well, we can
tape?
do that on the phone.
How about next
Well,
Valentine's Day?
we're going to send him a video of the whole
We have a
thing.
cellular phone.
Okay,
During the party,
Yeah, okay.
all right.
we could literally dial him in and sing.
He's over at Dave's.
Great.
Dan, did you bring the cellular, that thing's attached in the car?
No, I can find it.
Okay, we'll do it later. But that's a good idea.
Oh, that's great.
You were going to do it this morning, and then, so that's a great idea. But leave it to Bert to decide who's going to be the last one standing.
Will you go out and get Dave's phone number out of the car after a while? That's where they'll have to call.
There's a lot of letters that were written that were very poignant, and anyone feels, very shy family, feels compelled to read their letter, they can come up and read it during the dinner hour. In the meantime, it's a chance for all of us to mingle, and then we've got an X-rated slideshow for you. Yeah, a lot of flesh in this slideshow. A lot of flesh. I'll work my way over to the table.
Really is.
Put me till I come marching home.
I just got word from the
Guy next door to me.
The girl he met just loves to pet, and it fits you to a T. Don't sit under the apple tree with anybody else but me.
No.
Till I come marching home. That was World War II, by the way. That's it right here.
And if we do any more, we'll probably have World War III.
Ready?
Without music, that
Armpits were just...
See, my favorite one-liner joke. You heard about the guy who walked through a screen door and strained himself? They made a mission. Okay. All right. Well, I think we can fumble along here for a couple minutes until the. But we'll go by tables. We have to start with the lady at the hour. I tell you, this is so wonderful. You're looking above her. I can't. I'm gonna wear these shoes first. Anyway, so we'll start with Doris's table here, and then we'll just go that way. And you guys are smart. You'll figure it out. When the next table gets up, you wait until they eat, and then you sit down.
Not the table.
Is that not fair enough for you, Virginia? You want to buy the letters? Okay, we'll give every table a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So you go last, Dan.
just a little complicated game for you guys to figure out. I'll start it.
Okay. Are we ready?
Okay. I got 2 cameras.
Jack's ready.
Go with both fists.
Jack's got something to say.
They both what?
I got 2 cameras. I can go with both fists.
Just to fill a few seconds here, I've got a story to tell you. It's in the kind of the upper bracket of ages, somewhere between 90 and 120. Anyway, this young man, he was about 80, I think, married a lady who was maybe 50, and she was taking a youth pill, and her complexion was getting beautiful, and she slimmed out, and he said, you know, to himself, I'm going to try a few of those. So he, instead of, she was taking 1 a day, he decided to take 6 of these youth tablets every day. Then it went on for several days, and his wife was standing at the window looking out in the front yard. She saw him standing at the curb. And she went outside and said, honey, what are you doing out here? He said, I'm waiting for the school bus.
Before any more of this ribald activity takes place, I think we're ready to eat. Oh, 2 minutes to eat. Anyone else got a... Remember, we have children in the crowd.
What about a story from Doris Younger?
How about a letter, Dave? You want to read one of the letters?
Oh, you want to read
Since
one letter?
we're the second table, would you go out and get that
I've got a lot of
address
jokes.
of Dave Bert's son, because that's where they're going to have to call. And those letters in an envelope, you know, that Doris wrote, copies of them. We put 1 at each table or 2 at each table. Would you do that now before we
You want to take care of this?
Sure. How do I?
Well, we have 2 treats.
It's running now.
We're going to read
Oh, okay.
a very typical letter that came in, one of the goodies from Tim, her loving son-in-law.
It's running now.
And then Stan has something to say.
Shut it off.
You notice I have some coaches in the background? It won't take long. Nancy's going cut. Huh? Come on, Shorty.
Anyway, this is because of my sister Doris. She sent me a very, very clever cartoon a few months ago. and it really brought back memories. Anyway, this is what the cartoon showed. There was this man standing up on top of a green hill, high green hill.
Okay.
And there was a sign there. It was called Blueberry Hill. I'm sure a lot of you remember that old Tex Beneke tune.
Yeah,
Blueberry Hill.
yeah.
Well, anyway, it showed this man talking in a red phone booth to his friend. And down below the phone booth, there was an electric grill laying